Hi, this is Thunder E from Booredatwork.com, and today is another battle vid. Now, it's a little different because we've done a battle vid with these two devices, but they've been both updated to ICS Android 4.0, so we want to see now which is the better between the Amaze 4G and the T-Mobile Samsung Galaxy S2. We have both our devices here. Let's go through all the similarities we have. First thing is that you can actually access your notification bar in the lock screen. So we do have our lock screen here. I just unlock that, lock that back again. You pull down, there you have notification bar on both devices. And you can also see in the notification bar, you do have that top row here where you do have you do have your, with the T-Mobile Galaxy S2, what you do have here, of course, is your quick access settings. Meanwhile, here on the Amaze 4G, what we have here is a scroll through of your recent apps, your notifications, just like you have, but you have a notification, you have quick settings, and you can get into your settings there. So it's a little different, but pretty much all around similar. So let's go ahead and change the settings so we do have our display set to the longest amount of time, screen timeouts. 10 minutes, okay, and we have screen timeout here again, never turn off. All right, good. All right, so these two are running Android 4.0. I'm gonna cut back to that in a second, and you can see, I keep doing that with this. I keep going to software updates. There we go, software information. And over here, we go here quickly. So you can see the Amaze 4G is running Android 4.0.3 with Sense 3.6. Of course, that's the Android overlay that HTC uses. And this is running Android 4.0.3 with TouchWiz, which is their own Android overlay. Now, as I said, similarities here. Both of them have facial unlock, which I don't need to show you, but it's built in. Of course, you do have an NFC transfer with both devices. You also have supposedly battery improvements, as I mentioned, the notification bar entrances. Now you can also create folders with both devices, but with TouchWiz, it's still the old format where you actually have to hold down screen, select a folder, new folder, and then you name your folder whatever you want, just keep it at that, and you drag and drop things into the folder. So that's like my web browser folder. Meanwhile, here on the Amaze 4G, it actually works similar to what is in Android 4.0. So I can actually do this even in my dock here and create a folder. I can get another folder there. I can bring this out entirely and add this in there and create another folder again. So you can see it's much easier, more simplistic, more like what you find on Android 4.0 on HTC Sense 3.6 than what you will find here on the Galaxy S2. Now, in terms of speed and functionality, both have seen some performance increases. As you can see, it's not running stock Android. What you find here is that they've taken their overlays and added Android 4.0 to it in different ways, in different formats altogether. Now, the one main key thing I'll mention here that it's a huge difference between both devices is battery life. Now, the battery life of the Galaxy S2 initially was not that great, especially on T-Mobile. On Galaxy S2 overall was good, but on T-Mobile it wasn't that great. You get an average of 8-hour battery life. Now, it's slightly improved. It's about 10 hours I've gone on with it with maximum use. With the Amaze 4G, I've gone up to about 12-13 hours, so it's improved battery life in the Amaze 4G. I think even probably more to 12 to 14 or so in total. So Amaze 4G has better battery life with the improvement with Android 4.0 in comparison to what you have with the T-Mobile Galaxy S2. Now, both of them basically look similar, except compared to their previous versions. What you will find though is that HTC Sense 3.6 is more streamlined and has done a good job in making things easier to access. TouchWiz is still stayed the same, not much differences. You do have your quick scroll feature here like you always did. Of course, to change your apps in your dock, you do have to hit the menu and edit and then that allows you to switch around your applications and add to folders or pages. Meanwhile, of course, here you just have to pretty much drag and drop it in there, which is much easier to do overall. You can both have your weather show up on your lock screen too with both devices, and overall it's pretty much the same. The hardware is the same that we know. I've got 2 megapixel front-facing cameras. We've got the 8 megapixel cameras in the rear, dual LED flash. We've also got the ability to swipe out in our notifications, so we can actually close out notifications easily like that. On both devices, I can do that here, I can do that here. So very simple, very easy process. But now, people are going to ask me, with the updates to Android 4.0, which is the better device, which do I like? So in terms of hardware, they're pretty much the same. Functionality, in terms of hardware, they're pretty much the same overall. But with the software improvements, I will go with the Amaze 4G. Now, my first time I picked the Battleblade winner, it was the Galaxy S2, and the reason why is because then Sense 3.0 was very bogged down. In my view, it was slower, it was a lot cluttered, it wasn't very simplistic, and TouchWiz just did more of that for the users. But with this latest update, Sense 3.6 is a little bit more streamed down. It's fine-tuned a lot of things. You do have the much better battery life, and also you do have more but more fleshed out Android features, in the sense that you can create folders much easily. I'm sorry, I can't be, hidden folder menu down just to create a new folder, whereas I can just easily combine my icons this way. So it's an easier process, and again, also the battery life is great. The performance boost, I've seen a better performance boost on the Amaze 4G than on the Galaxy S2. I'm a little disappointed. It seems like Samsung just kind of slapped it on there quickly in comparison to what HTC has done. But then again, HTC had to go a long way just stripping down Sense, because Sense was a little bogged down in my view. So in this battle vid, the winner is the Amaze 4G with Android 4.0. So Amaze 4G Android 4.0 ICS, great device, great phone to pick up. Right now you can do that this weekend. T-Mobile is having a great sale where the Amaze 4G as well as the Galaxy S2 are free because it's a Father's Day sale, as well as the HTC One S, which I think is the best overall device right now on T-Mobile. But in this battle video, Amaze 4G wins. So if you guys have any questions or any comments, let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to all our pages on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. It's Booredatwork with 2 zeros. So this is Thunder E saying thank you, and always enjoy entertainment.